The tools we're going to use in the demonstration of our TRAD-600 termination is the CCT-02 cutting tool, the CST-600 TRAD prep tool, and our CTU crimp tool. This is our universal crimp handle, which happens to have a 610 hex crimp die in it. Well, the first thing we'll do is we'll take our TRAD-600, which is our 1/2-inch radiating cable, and we'll cut it with our CCT-02 tool. This is always a nice first step whenever doing a connector termination. What we'll do is we'll apply a little bit of downward pressure and spin the tool around the cable. What it'll do is it'll quickly cut through the jacket, dielectric, and it'll scribe the center conductor and just snap the center conductor. And what you'll do is you'll end up with a nice round cable. Another thing that using this tool does by scribing the center conductor in such a manner is it keeps the center conductor of the cable nice and straight without bending the center conductor of the cable. At that point, we'll take our connector, a WSB boot. One of the nice things about this TRAD cable is it accepts all of our standard LMR 600 connectors. We'll use X Series Easy Style, which are our non-solder spring finger connectors on the TRAD cable. The only thing is we have to use a different crimp ferrule because we're crimping onto the jacket instead of the braid wires. So we use our 3192-038 crimp ferrules. These are available in bulk packs. First step, put a little of the silicone lubricant onto the cable jacket. Take our WSB strain relief boot, get it started, and just slide it back over the cable, like so. 3192-038 crimp ferrule. Slide that over the cable. Now we take side one of our prep tool, pop it onto the cable until it stops, push that thumb switch down and spin it. And once that's all the way depressed, make an extra revolution, keep it depressed, pull, and remove that pellet right from the center conductor of the cable. Flip it around to side two, and there's a deburr tool built into the cable, into the tool. Place that over the center conductor of the cable, and just a little back and forth, 6 times maybe. You'll see that material removed, and you'll see a nice chamfer on that center conductor. Now, the cable prep is kind of unique in the TRAD-600. What we have is just two knives that are 180 degrees apart that protrude just enough to cut through the cable jacket. So basically what we're doing is we're creating a banana split, like splitting a banana, peeling a banana on this jacket. So what we're going to do is line this up on the cable and just push it straight onto the cable and then remove it, just like so. Push it, pull it. And actually, the idea is when you pull it, maybe just wiggle it a little bit just before you get it all the way off of there. And as you can see, you split it like a banana, 1 inch back. At this point, we'll take our standard connector, which in this case happens to be an EZ-600-NMH-X connector. We'll get it started over the, you want to put it over the outer conductor, like so. It's already snug fit there. You push it forward, you feel a little stop there, you feel some resistance. It's coming in contact with the center conductor. Give it one extra push. That's those fingers, those beryllium copper spring fingers riding up on the center conductor. As you notice, the jacket is right where you typically want to see the braid end up. We're crimping on the jacket in this case. So we're crimping on the jacket and that drain wire. So at that point, all we do is take that ferrule and bring that ferrule all the way forward, just like that. And at that point, we just crimp it with our 610 hex crimp die, as if we were crimping LMR 600. Just once, right at the very back, as close to the connector as possible. And you see that little bump on the back of the ferrule? You leave it just the way it is. You don't want to crimp that. That's by design. If you crimp it, you're going to crimp the jacket, change the impedance, alter the performance of the cable. You want to leave that bump right where it is. Now this lubricant, it dries very quickly. There's no residue. It's biodegradable. But because it dries so quickly, we want to put just another little drop there. And we'll take that boot and we'll move it forward and we'll move it all the way forward and snap it There's ribs on the back of that connector. There's ribs inside this boot. It'll snap on that boot. It'll create a seal and create a nice strain relief for you. So by using this tool, this cutting tool, the boot, it's a very consistent process. Any of the Easy X Series connectors will work on this TRAD-600. As I mentioned, all you have to do is use that 3192-038 crimp ferrule. Make sure you do that because you're crimping on the jack instead of the braid wires. Thank you very much.